Atlantic City Mayor Donald Guardian, he joins us now to discuss the city's future and the potential impact these casino closures could have on the local economy. And Mr. Mayor, I know it's been a very tough time for you, though. I appreciate you giving us a few minutes. You know, we've spoken to folks in your area, and the emotions seem to range from sadness to folks being downright scared. Give an idea of some of the conversations you've had with the thousands of families who really wonder what the future now holds.
Certainly. You know, Atlantic City put all its eggs in one basket, and as long as we were in monopoly of gaming on the East Coast, there were no other issues. It paid out taxes, it gave us good paying jobs. But we didn't prepare for the end of that monopoly that started 5 years ago. And with the downturn in the economy and the proliferation of casinos all up and down the East Coast, it's obvious that the same amount of dollars and the same amount of tourists are now going to 30 casinos all up and down the coast, where they were coming just to the 12th that were in Atlantic City. And so we got hit really hard this month, losing Revel and Showboat, and another couple of weeks we're going to be losing Trump Plaza. So the first part is, I think the whole community in South Jersey is reaching out to those individuals that are losing their jobs, families that are going to have their breadwinner without a job. Tomorrow we'll be assembling at Convention Center. Local 54 is our local union. More than 35 of the state of New Jersey individuals that the governor is assigning is coming down to help people with long-term relief, with unemployment benefits, with information about some mortgage holidays while they're unemployed, and then of course some job fairs as well. So that's the first part of it. Second part of it, at the same time, our local religious leaders, our faith-based leaders, both our imams as well as our pastors and rabbis, are getting together today and tomorrow, determining what's going to happen in November, December, January, February, and how we can help people with heat and electricity, with rent assistance, with mortgage assistance, with food. And then the big picture is we need to work together to try to find new buyers, new owners for the properties that are now going vacant. Revel, I think you'll see a company come in. I think it'll be coming back before next summer as a casino hotel. For the other properties, we need to find out what the best use of them is. It may be as a new university, it may be as a condo-tel or a timeshare or a hotel, or a combination of those three, and some very creative use of what you do with a casino space. So you still have 500 to 1,000 rooms, hotels, lots of restaurants, it's on the ocean. What we have to do is figure out what the best use of these facilities are.
Have you gotten assurance from the governor? Because, Mayor, I've spoke to some folks in Trenton who, obviously, as folks know, the governor made a big bet on Atlantic City. In fact, he took over from your predecessor a lot of the policing, at least, of the community from a safety aspect. But the ACA, they took money that used to be in the horse racing. This is a little inside baseball for our audience, but they put it towards the casinos in Atlantic City. There's some folks in Trenton who say, we're not going to keep throwing good money after bad. Are you worried that it's not just the casinos closing, but the commitment for Trenton, for your city, is not going to be there in a year or so from now, and then a bad situation becomes even worse?
So first of all, you know, if we were any other city and a hotel, 2 hotels, 3 hotels closed, you wouldn't even be reporting on that. They would be switching from Marriott to Sheraton. It would be a brand name. And so I think what's happening here is just that. It's an adjustment in the city. As far as the governor, I don't think, I'm 61 years old. No governor of New Jersey has made more of a commitment than Chris Christie to the people of Atlantic City to help reinvigorate them. Provided more than $20 million just this year in helping us with the property tax bills, and is very committed both with the ACA and the monies that the casinos are spending for marketing, as well as turning around CRDA, who are doing projects all over the state of New Jersey, now only doing it to Atlantic City. Next week, the governor is pulling together a task force to be very serious about how we bring Atlantic City back. But Atlantic City's not dead. We provided $9.2 billion to the state of New Jersey in taxes, and we continue to provide sales tax and corporate tax and personal income tax and casino tax and CRDA tax. So Atlantic City's been very good for the state of New Jersey, but now, like a lot of cities in New Jersey, we need a little bit more help in getting ourselves back up off our feet.
Hey, I know you're putting a brave face on this, Mayor, and there was one constituent, though, who said to us, hey, we've seen tough times before here, but not like this, not all at once. You feel the same way that, yeah, you've had challenges before in the city, but it's almost like a concentration of events here that make a tough job that much harder right now?
And so, no question about it, this is, I can't imagine another city having the tough times that we've had. Our valuation of our property has gone from $20 million just 6 years ago, $11.2 million as we began the year. It'll drop another $2 or $3 billion by the end of this year. There's no city in the United States that's ever faced those tough challenges, but there's also no other city that has had the support of the county government and the state government and the federal government. And so now is the time that we're all working together. And I think because this all happened at once, we're going to be getting a whole lot more support than we normally would have if this took 4 or 5 years to happen. So 4 or 5 years, it would have drained us slowly. Now we're all on the same boat. We know that there's a point of transition in our city. We know that we need to be a lot more than just gambling. We need to bring non-casino gambling back. We need to reinvigorate ourselves as a convention destination, and we have to bring those activities and those businesses that have nothing to do with tourism. And that includes bringing a major university into Atlantic City. It means attracting new tech companies and new research and development companies so that we move our residents from 100% of their life based on tourism to 25% of that workforce having nothing to do with tourism over the next 10 years.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I do appreciate the time, and I certainly wish you and your city a lot of luck here in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead.
Thank you.